Hey everyone, Zion over here from Nintendo Life, and I'm hanging out with Austin.
Hello.
And we're at PAX East 2023 in Boston.
Heck yeah.
So we're on the show floor. There are a ton of Switch games around, and we kind of already had like a good idea of like what to expect going into this event. We know we're playing Story of Seasons. We might go check out Gollum. But then we found this game at the Exceed booth called Melon Journey.
Bittersweet Memories. I had no clue. I had never heard of this game before. Apparently, it's supposed to be a sequel to a Game Boy game called Melon Journey, but it's not really a sequel. You can just kind of play it standalone. It's more like an homage to it.
Yeah, and you're right, because it like, speaking of Game Boy, it uses like kind of like a similar color palette.
Yes, green tinted. It feels super original to, if you've ever played Game Boy games, very nostalgic. But it's adorable, incredibly detailed. The pixel art's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's crazy how how actually detailed it is. Because if you look at like one screenshot for this game, which is actually kind of what, like I did do that a while ago.
I was peeking at it and I was like, what is that?
Yeah, but you're right. Like then when you actually like get into it, like there's these intense cutscenes at the beginning of the game that like you were saying felt you were getting like noir vibes from it.
Yes, okay. So at first glance, this game looks adorable. It's just a bunch of cute animals, bunnies working in a melon factory. No clue what that is, but you end up finding out that it's actually like a mystery adventure, and there are some very dark undertones to it. There's possibly like a murder, I think, a kidnapping.
Oh, really?
So I'm intrigued. I can't wait to play this game, and it comes out April 6th, so we don't have to wait very long.
That's super cool. The cool thing too is like the character interactions, right? Like when the
dialogue, the storyline.
That's basically the game. Is like at least from what we can tell, like you're walking around this office you're in. Do you remember what the towns were called either?
Hogtown and Hamtown, I think. And then there's Frogtown and like Kitty Town. I don't know. It's very interesting. It's a little nonsensical in the best way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird because like everything has. Well, it's weird in the sense that like Earthbound is weird, or like even like. I love how like Pokemon games do this really well too. Like they incentivize you to go and talk to everybody. Like this Melon Journey game does that too, in the way that like you're not maybe getting items from them, but like everybody has something like really silly to say. Like there was that bunny rabbit that we talked to. We were in the melon factory in like the bottling plant. And there was this rabbit. The bunny. Yeah, they were like wearing, what was it? Oh yeah, their eyes. Their eyes were like.
Their eyes were they were going blind from working too hard in the factory and staring at boxes, and they couldn't talk to their friends. And that's when you're like, there's something else going on in this game. It's not just adorable animals. There's a mystery here.
And Austin's obviously like shaken up about this, but at the same time, like it's comical in the sense that like you feel bad because the dialogue is written in such like a very specific way that like it's tackling like some kind of sad things. Like your friend disappears and the story, it seems, is like that you're supposed to go off and find them. But yeah, like everybody has something ridiculous to say along the way. Like that bunny that was like experiencing eye pain, we talked to them because they said something about like having to like not leave their post.
They can't even look away, or the manager will get angry at them.
They couldn't even turn around to talk to us. So like we were talking to them and they were just like they were like this. They were like this the whole time, and it was just like, all right.
Watch boxes. But it's again, not to fangirl about Earthbound too much, but it reminds me of that, where Earthbound was so well written as well, and there was so much detail and thought put into the whole narrative, and every NPC you interacted with had something unique to say, and you actually wanted to pay attention to the dialogue. It reminds me of that. Even little things like, I think you interacted with a vending machine and it was like, do you want to kick it or leave it? And you were like, I'm gonna leave it. And it was like, the moth inside is happy you did that. So it's just detail, and it makes you feel like there's a lot of love put into the game, and that's why I'm so psyched about it.
And that's the cool thing too. It's like, you're right. Like in that sense, with that vending machine situation, when that happened, you know, like you said, you got to either kick it or you could leave it. And when we chose to leave it, I thought it was just going to be like, okay, we walk away, because like the kicking thing sounds like the exciting thing to do, like something's going to happen.
But then it rewards you for trying other things.
Yeah, like the moth thing was like, there's a moth in the vending machine?
The best part too, you haven't even heard the best part yet. The soundtrack, the music. So they've dubbed it as jazzy lo-fi for anybody who's real into those types of playlists on YouTube while they're working. Me.
Yeah, it can't be just us, right?
Oh my gosh. It is amazing music, but it has undertones of Game Boy chiptune music. So it feels nostalgic, but it's upgraded and it's so catchy. I sat there while I was playing it. I'm tapping my feet and I'm dancing to it. I can't wait. I'm really excited.
It's kind of like I haven't played that much Shovel Knight, but it's kind of like Shovel Knight in the sense that from what I've heard, like Shovel Knight uses like very similar like design choices from like something from the NES.
Yep.
But in this case, it's like it's latching into that Game Boy like color palette, and even like the walking animation.
Yes.
Like
the controls feel just like playing a Game Boy game.
Yeah. So I think they also said that it's supposed to be about like a 10-hour adventure.
Yeah, relatively short.
But that it could, like, depending on like the not necessarily like the choices you make, but like how much time you decide to like invest in just like talking to random people and like helping your coworker with their solitaire game. You know, there are all sorts of things that can pull you in for longer. You know?
It's one of those games that it's a mystery adventure. So it's one of those games where the goal isn't to beat it. The goal is to look at all of the details and all of the craft that's gone into it and really appreciate how much love has been put into developing that game. So if you're a completionist, if you like looking through everything, interacting with everything, talking to NPCs 3 times in a row to see if the dialogue changes.
It does.
This is the game for you. It's the game for me.
Well, thank you, Austin. Thanks for hanging out with me at PAX here.
Thanks, Zion.
We'll have more videos coming soon, hopefully. Go check out Melon Journey. Let us know if you've heard of it below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this, then why don't you find a way to make the subscribe button look more like a melon, maybe taste like one. You know, just think of...
Smash it?
Oh yeah, smash the subscribe button and see if it's a melon. And then let us know what you find out. Stay safe out there, and we will see you all next time.